Welcome to Paws For Thought. I'm Christina Elgin. With me today is Catherine Cooker from the Humane Society. Catherine, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us about Charmim.
Charmim, crazy name, I know. I'm sort of glad Rachel's not here. I'd probably hear about that. But Charmim is about a year old and came to us because the folks who had Charmim could no longer take care of him. They didn't have the time. So it's up to us, and I think we'll be able to find a really good home for Charmim because he's very, very sweet. And he's a very nice cat, and he will be all ready to go with shots and microchip and the whole 9 yards.
About how old is he?
About a year, just over a year.
Okay. Now, Catherine, you bring up a good point, though. What do people need to take into account when they're thinking of adopting a pet?
Well, that's a good question. It is a commitment for life, so they're not just for a holiday. And people need to understand that every pet takes time. Some require more time than others. So you have to sit down and say, all right, do I have time for this particular pet? And in a way, if someone doesn't have time, it's good if they can find a new home for that pet. And a lot of times people do that themselves, but if they can't, we will certainly take on the challenge and hopefully find Charmim and others that are in the same boat a wonderful home.
Okay. Now, another thing to take into account, would Charmim make a good pet for someone who already has other cats?
Well, that's hard to tell. We try to sort of watch them around other cats. We hope so. Most cats sort of do a sort of growly, confrontational thing initially, and then usually settle down. And cats are such that they can kind of go to different sections of the house if need be. But we certainly hope he'll get along with an entire family, including established pets.
Okay. Now, the adoption process, how does that work? You can get online onto the Humane Society's website, and where do you go from there?
You fill it out, enter, and it comes right to us. So at that point, we start processing immediately. You can also come into our facility at 13011 Mogginsville Road and come and see the pets, get to meet them, and fill out an application right there. And it's very quick. We've really fine-tuned the process recently with our new executive director, Michael Lawson. And so the pets are leaving faster and faster every day, which is great. So they're all getting settled into their new homes.
Great. And of course, there's all the pets that are at the Humane Society are also featured on the website, which I think is great. So you can take a look at everyone that's available that you could choose from.
Absolutely.
And Catherine, we have a lot of events coming up for the Humane Society. Tell me about the vaccination clinics.
Well, we're going to have 3 rabies clinics that we already have established. April 20th will be in Boonesboro at the high school. We've got another one on June 29th at Smithsburg at the high school. That's always a good place because we have lots of room. And then our Bark in the Park event, which will be September 29th at Hager Park.
Okay. And those vaccination clinics are great, especially in these tough economic times. I went to one last year and I was surprised at the turnout. It was huge.
Yes.
And what kind of shots can they get there?
Well, it's the rabies, and then they can get a microchip. I think you'd gone to the one that was downtown here last year. That was an all vaccination clinic, which was a huge clinic. It was distemper and all the shots that your pets would need. That's a specialized clinic, and we hope to have another one of those this summer. So we'll keep you posted on that, plus the additional rabies clinics, because we want to have 6 this year.
And of course, dog licenses as well. You have to get there.
Yes, very important to have your dog license.
Okay, let's get that information up on the screen for Charmim. I know we can find him a good home. He looks very content to be here and to be on screen.
He does.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, and we'll be right back with another feline. And we're back with another feline. This time it's Wren, and I guess I have Easter on the mind because she kind of reminds me of a Reese's peanut butter cup, and she is so sweet. I might have to smuggle her out of here, but tell me a little bit about her story, Catherine.
Well, Wren came to us as a stray, so we don't know her story, but we think she's about 3 years old, and she is really sweet. She's a medium coat, but her tail is all fluffy, and of course she's lying down so you can't see it. But she is absolutely the sweetest little girl. She really is.
Yes, she is purring away and kneading at her blanket here. She is so cute. And I'm surprised to find she's been there for quite a while.
Yes, she's our longest
needs a
resident.
home.
Yes, yes.
Oh, she's so sweet. Well, Catherine, I want to know a little bit about the fostering program. Tell us about that and how people can become foster parents.
They can become foster parents by contacting us either online or coming into the Humane Society and filling out an application. We are really going to need foster parents, especially for cats, because litter season's on the way. and our kitten season, I'm sorry, is on the way. So we're going to be getting litters of kittens with mommies, and we really like them to be 2 pounds or more when they hit the adoption floor, and to be well taken care of. So it's tough in the shelter. We run out of room. So if they can go into good foster homes, they're socialized, they're happy, they're healthy, and it makes them so much more adoptable.
And do you supply the medical needs that they need at that time too?
Yes, we
Okay.
do. And we'll even give you all, if you need litter pens, whatever you need, we'll try to provide, because we really want to make it an easy transition into a good home for fostering.
And we also have March Madness going on right now, so the adoption prices for the dogs and cats are cut in half,
Yes.
which is great. How is that going so far?
Very well, very well. People are really taking advantage of that, which we are just so pleased, because we really would like to see just a maximum number find their forever homes.
Yes. And now, Catherine, tell me about Susquehanna Bank is doing some pet fun drives going on starting in April. What kind of things do you need, and what kinds of things can people drop off at the bank?
Well, we have a big list on our website under wish list, so they can go there, and if there's anything in particular they'd like to get. But we're going to need litter, Purina kitten litter. Kitten and cat food, litter, which we really like yesterday's news litter. We're going to need puppy food, which would be the pedigree, and because we're going to I have a feeling getting mommy dogs with puppies in. We always need Kongs, which are those rubber toys in different sizes for the animals. We put peanut butter in those, and it keeps them busy. Any sturdy rubber toy will do, though, for the dogs. Cat toys. So those are just some of the things that we can use that we know we'll be short on.
Okay. Do you have a lot of those that go on throughout the year? Is it something that Susquehanna Bank does regularly?
Susquehanna Bank does this once a year. We have a lot of people that do things for this, which is wonderful. What's sort of unique about Susquehanna is all of the branches from Hancock all the way down to this end of the county are going to be participating. So it's a very large scale fundraiser for us. And they're going to have these big blue boxes with the poster on them. So just walk in the lobby and look for them. And we're really, really very happy that Susquehanna has offered to do this again. It's a lot of work for them because they bring everything to us.
Great. Okay, let's get that information up on the screen for you as well. It's the Pet Fundraiser Drive. It is going to be starting April 8th and run through the 20th at any of the Susquehanna Bank branches. And let's get the information up on the screen for Wren as well. And she is just a sweetheart. She is so cuddly and so lovable, and she has been purring the entire time. So stay with us. We'll be right back with some canines.